Alright, so the first stop of the day, I've already looked at the golf clubs, and I've been on a dry spell when it comes to finding any quality golf clubs in a thrift store, and I'm looking at the pots and pans like I always do. These are like little refrigerators for 12-ounce cans. I think you can fit 6 cans in there. They're supposed to be a little rack in there, and I usually do pick those up. They were wanting, I think, $7 to $8 for that, and that's just too much without the rack, so I usually pick them up for $5. All right, now next to me is a bread maker, and I don't even look at it, but I know there's a lot of money in actually parting out bread makers. How many of y'all buy bread makers and part them out? Tell me down below. This thing right here is pretty cool. The reason why I picked it up and touched it, because it's like, I thought it was metal, but it's not metal. It's plastic. I do end up buying that, and at the end of the video, I go over all the items that I bought and how much they are worth. All right, now these right here are a pretty good pickup, and I learned this from you guys. The viewers told me that always pick these up. I did try to test this out, and something was wrong with it. They did want, I think, $7 for that, so I ended up putting it back. But that was a Dirt Devil Ultra, and they usually go between 25 to 40 bucks depending on condition. All right, so these are rainbow flip-flops, and I always thought that nobody would ever buy used flip-flops, but they do, and these sell very well. The ones next to them are definitely destroyed, but I do pick up the ones in the middle there, and I will go over how much they're worth at the end of the video, but they're usually always a good pickup. All right, now this is always a Bolo brand for me. That means be on the lookout. And the name brand is Burton. Now, Burton also makes snowboards, and I sell, every time I pick up a Burton snowboard, it sells well. This is a full zip hoodie, and they usually go between $20 to $25 depending on what it looks like. There's something going on with the back of this one, like the fabric was messed up, so I left it behind, but definitely a Bolo brand when you're out there looking at jackets. All right, my last stop in this thrift store is going to be the hat section, and right here we pull some really good hats. Right there, that's a Stetson hat. This one's always a good brand to look out for, which is Costa. They make sunglasses. And in a second here, I do pull one of my favorite brands to find and flip online. All right, second stop of the day, and everybody was saying how clean my Goodwills are, and they really do a really good job keeping these things clean and orderly. That's a Guy Harvey hat, brand new for 99 cents. Always going to pick up Guy Harvey. And also, I did look at the golf clubs, and nothing. I, again, have not found a good golf club in a thrift store probably in about a month or so. But the head covers, always look out for good head covers, but those head covers they were wanting $2 for, and they were in really bad condition. All right, now I'm walking through, and out of the corner of my eye, because I was about ready to leave, I do see these boots, and I usually always check boots that look decent and made of leather. These are Danskos, and I've actually never found, I think, this style of Dansko before, but they do comp out very well on eBay, and I do pick them up, and my shoes in the Goodwill are $7. All right, after I found these, I was going to leave the store, but I'm always spying on the Goodwill employees to see what they're bringing out, what new stuff is coming out, and one of them had just put a whole bunch of new hats out, and you know I love hats, so I go over and check them out. These are some really good ones, and then after this, I go ahead and leave. Now, this is a new spot. These are some Shimano bicycling shoes. They're always usually a good pickup when it has that little wine thing on the side, and I'll go ahead and go over that at the end of the video. If you're always wondering why I'm looking at the toasters, I always look for the chrome sunbeam toasters, like the older ones. They can sometimes comp out to $150 to $200. In a second here, I do find some Revere copper bottom pans. The thing about them, this one has a little warp in it, and they're wanting $4 for it. The thing I like to do also when I'm in a thrift store is I like to go to eBay. I like to type in the item that I'm looking at, Revere copper bottom, and then I go to the solds, and then I go to sort, and then after I go to sort, I go from highest plus shipping, and I like to see what the highest things are just in case I find one, you know, since they're here, and hopefully I find like a super expensive one. Those were too expensive to pick up to flip, but I always like to do that sometimes. Alright, so back from the thrift store, and not a lot of stuff, but some really good items. And remember, at the end of this video, I always do a breakdown on my hourly wage. So let's go ahead and get started with the hats. You know, I'm a big fan of picking up hats and selling them. They're 99 cents at my Goodwill, and we have some really good name brands here. So Costa, right here, and most of these hats will most likely go between $10 to $15 plus shipping, and I'll be throwing up some sold comps. Costa, really good brand. This has a huge following. They are a sunglass company, and they also have other apparel, obviously, and their hats usually go easily, you know, 10 to 15 bucks. Carhartt, now when you see Carhartt, I actually found one that looks just like this, and it's over about I think 15 bucks plus shipping. Even if they're beat up in this condition like this one is, still does not really affect its price. It seems like the more beat up they are, the better they sell. So Carhartt, always a good brand to pick up. This hat right here is like a newsboy hat or a cabbie hat or whatever you want to call it. And it is Stetson. That is a really good name brand. This is a wool blend, so it's not 100% wool, but they usually go $15 to $20 plus shipping. Guy Harvey, another really good brand. This one's actually brand new. Again, 99 cents. And it's got the Marlin right there. And that's the kind of the keywords you want to use. You want to use, obviously, the brand, then Marlin. Then never put Velcro, just put adjustable, because Velcro is one of those words that would get it zeroed. So this will be adjustable Marlin Guy Harvey hat, black, and these usually go, even though they're brand new, they still will only go for about 15 bucks. Then this one right here is an older Atlanta Braves hat. I didn't find any sold comps on this one exactly, but there is one listed for 21 bucks. I'll probably list this for like $15.99 plus shipping. A Reebok Redskins hat, and I did do a couple sold comps on this one, and it's not too bad. Again, $10, $15. And these right here are NFL Saints hats. So this one right here says NFL Authentic Sideline, and this one right here says NFL On Field, and that's just a good way to comp these out. They still have the little tags in them, and I really don't know. They have a curvature to them, which makes me think they were actually, you know, wore, but there's no stains on them. All of these hats are super clean, so none will actually involve any type of cleaning, because you don't want to clean or have to go through a whole bunch of, you know, selling a hat that's only worth 10 bucks. Or $15, you're not going to make a lot of profit after you do that. So these, none of these, they'll just have to be lint rolled and then boom, put up for sale. Easy to list, easy to ship. That's why I like them. Then right here, this just caught my eye. This is pretty neat. It caught my eye because it's not metal, and it doesn't really feel like plastic. And it is, I guess, some molded plastic. And this is the name of it right there, Birkwood Products Company. And this actually has some okay sold comps, around 10 bucks. Got it for, I think, a couple dollars. It will be a little bit fragile. It's kind of like fragile down in these areas. So shipping might take me a little bit more bubble wrap, but not too bad there. And the Sun Tea. Who hasn't made iced tea in this thing? This brings me back. I'm pretty sure I've done, you know, made some iced tea in this. This is really cool. I actually saw this on one of my videos that I missed, and I went back to that Goodwill, and it was still there. Did pay up for it. Paid $5 for it, which is actually pretty expensive. There's none sold with the cactus. The red cactus. There's one sold with the yellow cactus for, I think, $20 or $25. I'm thinking in the summertime that'll sell 20 bucks plus shipping. Rainbows. This is, I wouldn't believe this. Actually, Kayla's the one that told me that these things sell used. These are like used sandals or used flip-flops, and I would never think that they would sell, but they do. I will tell you this, we did comp out a white pair And the white ones do not sell as good as the brown pairs. So that's the name of them right there. Rainbows. These are in pretty decent condition compared to the ones that sometimes sell. I have sold them in the past used, and they usually sell actually 20 bucks. And they're kind of light and they're cheap at my Goodwill, so I'm always looking out for this brand. The thing is that the soles sometimes, these are kind of soft. They will get hard over time and they'll crack. So just make sure you give it a good bend, and if it bends properly and doesn't crack, then they're usually good to go and they will sell. And these are Shimano pedaling shoes, so for, you know, bicycles. And they clip in, and these are in really good condition. The insides almost look new, and they have this little apparatus on it right here. So how you tighten it is you click it and it tightens that down. Anytime I see this on cycling shoes or golf shoes, especially FJ golf shoes, these will be on the back and sometimes on the front, but if they're on the back, they are worth some good money. These right here aren't worth a ton of money. They're only worth about 25 bucks. A new pair did go for 60, and there was a pre-owned pair that went for 25 plus shipping. I'll probably list these at 30 plus shipping and then see what, you know, what happens with them. So right here are a pair of Danskos, and this is a really good find. The other day I said the logo was something. That's not the logo. This is what their logo looks like. It literally says Danskos. Look how clean these are. These are in super good condition. Paid $7 at the Thrift. Now there's only one that have been sold just like these in pre-owned condition. They sold for $89.99 free shipping, and they took a best offer. I'm thinking $50 easy plus shipping on these. They're in super good condition. I have been using the Doc Martens, their conditioner for the leather. I'll put that on there. It'll bring it back to like a really nice shine, but these don't need much cleaning at all. And these are the type of shoes that I like to pick up, are very clean ones, like ones you don't have to do a lot of work in. Boom, put them up for sale, and I think they'll get 50 bucks for these. So overall, this just shows that you really don't need to find a whole bunch. You know, it's nice to find home runs. It's nice to find $100 items, but at the end of the video, I'll show you my hourly rate, and to be honest with you, it's not that bad for going to a couple thrift stores. So right there, that's everything that I bought today to be a full-time eBay reseller. So basically, I go to thrift stores, yard sales, any place I can find something low, then sell for market value on eBay. I do appreciate everybody that watches. I do want to go ahead and thank Jackie, Fran, Gretchen, Colt, and Charles. You all have bought a Snap-on paperweight. It is heading your way. I much appreciate it. We are down to only 3 left. There is a link down below if you want one. I do appreciate everybody that watches, and you know I will always catch you on the next one.